You're having steaks for dinner tonight. Now you want to know how to make the perfect steak on the grill. Hi, my name is Jerry. I love barbecuing, and steaks are definitely one of my favorites to cook. A couple of pointers here that may really help you is the first thing is 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes ahead of time. Take your steak out of the fridge. Make sure it's well defrosted, but it's out of the fridge. And what we want to do is we want to bring it to room temperature. And the reason we bring it to room temperature is so when you're cooking it, it cooks evenly all the way through and not having like kind of a cold strip in the center. Next thing we want to do is I get the grill hot, so I get my barbecue going. I use a propane barbecue. Most people do. Briquettes is the same. Get a nice hot fire going, and I oil my steak on either side, just a light sheen of olive oil, and I put just a sprinkle of pepper and salt on it, but nothing else. And I use very little salt right now. I'll put a bit more on later because it can toughen the meat. Then I'll throw the steaks on the grill. This is always a good time to, I generally have a glass of wine going at this time, and I can measure how the steaks are cooking with not only my watch, but also my glass of wine. A glass of wine's done, the steaks are cooked. So what I generally do is I put them on the grill for about a minute, and then I pick them up and I just turn them 90 degrees. And the reason I do that is once it's flipped over and on the plate, you'll have a nice crisscross pattern on your steak, and just gives it some nice visual appeal. So then once it's flipped over, I put them on there for another couple of minutes, and then I flip the steak over. Now, it depends on how thick the steaks are. I'm going about a 3/4 inch steak. And generally, you're going to go about another, about 4 minutes on that side, and then you're going to flip it over for another 3-4 minutes on the other side, and that'll give you medium rare. If you want it more medium, you're looking at 5 to 7 minutes the next one, or if you'd like it well done, which we don't do much of in our house, you're going to be looking probably 8-10 minutes altogether on that other side. So 3-4 minutes on the first side, and then add to get your proper pinkness in the middle, if you will. I also, when I'm doing that, I generally like to have mushrooms with my steak and vegetables. So we'll get our grills, might be zucchini, might be peppers, and I'll cut those up. And I'll put them in a bowl with a bit of olive oil and a bit of different seasonings. And depends what we feel like that time. Sometimes just as simple as salt and pepper, and to let the real flavors of the food come through. And I'll throw those on the grill after I flip the steaks the first time. And generally, I'll do about 6 mushrooms per steak. And I'll throw those on the grill, and I'll just keep rolling those mushrooms around. Again, they have just a little bit of oil in them to stop them from sticking on the grill. And sometimes I'll put a little bit of hot peppers, sauce on the mushrooms just to give them a bit of zing. And I'll just continually roll those around in the grill. And what's happening is they're absorbing all the steam from the steak, the aromas from the steak, the charcoalizing effect, and also a bit from the vegetables. Everything is nice and dry, so you don't get kind of gooey with vegetables like you do if you put them in tin foil. And so I just roll those around until the steaks are ready. I take the steaks off, and I generally put them onto one large platter. And I'll lay them out, and if they're cooked in different temperatures, I'll sort of know, the one at the top is more well cooked than the ones at the bottom, that sort of thing. I'll surround it with mushrooms, put my little bits of vegetables on it, maybe garnish it with a bit of parsley, and ta-da, you put it on the table, and it looks fantastic. People love it. If you want to have a baked potato coming out of the oven to go with that, or rice or what have you, then that could be accompanied on a side dish as well. It is a fantastic way to cook. The cost of it is a fraction of what you would pay in a restaurant. And trust me, if you go to the butcher shop and get a nice cut of steak, you're going to be doing your dinner for maybe a quarter of the price you would in a restaurant. And you know the quality of the ingredients that are going in, and it's a lot more fun sitting around out on the patio or a kitchen table, a bottle of wine, and hanging with your friends, having a great feed on some awesome, perfectly cooked barbecued steaks. And you're saving a whole lot of money. I'm all about saving cash anywhere I can. I'd rather have it in my pocket than in somebody else's. And we don't go to restaurants much anymore, but we do buy good quality ingredients and cook them ourselves. And by doing that, we're able to save a lot of money. We also save a lot of money when we're shopping, any way we can through coupons and good sales. And a few months ago, we found this website for things that we buy online, and we get an amazing amount of savings from the stores we already shop at. Stores like Walmart, Old Navy, Best Buy, all these different stores, Apple. We get whatever the best deal you can possibly get. Plus, we get extra cash back on top of that. So extra money in your pocket. It's really cool. It's it's totally free to sign up. If you want to get even more savings, you can upgrade to a VIP, which is $99 a year, and it's sort of like a Costco membership. But instead of shopping at one store, you can shop at 4,000 stores. It's really cool and really saves us a huge amount of money. And if you'd like to have a look at that, just go to getfreecashback.today. That's getfreecashback.today. And also you can get all kinds of different food items and everything on it as well. what we do is we put that money aside that we save, and that pays for our extra stuff like steak barbecues. Check it out, and here's to great grilling and great steaks on the barbecue. This is Jerry signing off. Have an awesome day. Cheers.